Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 664. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you're having some trouble getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It is the day of the big game Sunday. And if you're watching that, and I am your host, Christine Whitmarsh, obviously a football fan. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., I-N-K, like the stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely considers themselves to be a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And once again, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, happy weekend, happy all the things. And back with a live version of Sunday Story Time here. And the book I've chosen for today to read an excerpt from is a book that I'm just about finishing up here. It's really, really fantastic. Writing About Your Life, A Journey into the Past by William Zinsser, author of one of the most popular and successful writing fundamentals books of all time, also on writing well, but this is his book about memoir writing, which of course I like to consider myself someone who knows what they're talking about there, an expert there, so I'm always reading about it, always learning. So I have a great excerpt here from Writing About Your Life by William Zinsser. And here he was talking about the most important principle of writing the story of your life, which is mere facts aren't enough. No matter how many details you diligently collect about the people and places and events in your past, they won't add up to a memoir. You must make a narrative arrangement. We like to think that an interesting life will simply fall into place on the page. It won't. Life is too disorganized. We like to think that Thoreau went home to Concord and just wrote up his notes. He didn't. He wrote 7 drafts of Walden in 8 years, piecing together by what Margaret Fuller called the Mosaic Method, a book that seems casual and even chatty. Thoreau wasn't a woodsman when he went into the woods. He was a writer, and he wrote one of our sacred texts. To write a memoir, you must manufacture a text. You must construct a narrative so compelling that readers will want to keep reading. You must, in short, practice a craft. You can never forget the storyteller's ancient rules of maintaining tension and momentum, rules you've known in your bones since you were a child, listening to bedtime stories. You can also never forget that you are the protagonist in your story, not the hero. Most writers are uncomfortable with that idea. They weren't trying to be a hero, and they don't feel like a hero, but you are the central actor in your story, and you must give yourself a plot. If Russell Baker did any quote-unquote inventing when he rewrote the book Growing Up, it was perhaps to alter a time sequence, or to collapse several events into one event, or to heighten a personality trait. But he didn't violate the truth. His memoir rings absolutely true. Like a playwright or a screenwriter, he rearranged and compressed his story to give it dramatic shape. You must also find your story's narrative line. Like I said, it's just a fantastic book. I've been highlighting and circling things and so many quotable things in here, so I definitely wanted to share that excerpt from you from Writing About Your Life by William Zinsser. And the thought I want for you to all take away today is it struck me how he said life is too disorganized. And we all know that to be true. Life is very disorganized. I think sometimes we forget that as authors, though. We want to try to pretend that it's organized because we want to pretend that our project is organized and predictable and safe and all that. But life is unpredictable and not safe and disorganized and all that. And writing often is too. Writing is messy. It's one of my themes of the year, do it messy. So how can you use that idea that life is too disorganized and so is writing? How can you use that in your writing, no matter what type of book you're writing? How can you let disorganization and messiness work with you instead of against you? I'll leave you with that. And as always, thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. I always drop the link in the show notes and let us know what your writing goals are, how they're coming along, how we can support you. Ink Authors on Facebook. Until tomorrow, happy writing.